Are you a dog parent, but worried about how much your furry friend will damage your Tesla? Well, I'm Frugal Tesla Guy, and I'm going to show you how I've dog-proofed my car so Nessie here can come with us no matter where we go. Total nightmare, right? If you're not a dog parent, I'm sure you're thinking, absolutely not. But for those of us who love our pets, and there's no other option to transport them, you've got to make do with what you have. Meet Nessie. She's an Australian Shepherd and Border Collie mix with tons of energy, although not right now. And we need to find ways to burn off that energy, and the backyard pool just isn't enough. We make frequent trips to the local dog park and go on short hikes, which usually involve water to help keep her cool. She's always nice and clean upon leaving the house, but it's a completely different story on the way back home. So let's start with what needs to be protected, not only from the dirt she tracks in, but the potential for scratches and dog drool. Now, it goes without saying, the seats need to be protected and can easily be scratched, especially if they're in your car almost every day. For some people, they will restrict their dog to the back seat, and quite honestly, that's probably the best thing to do, especially with a safety harness. And if you do that, then there's less to worry about in the front. However, we spoil Nessie and let her roam free. That means we also need to protect the front seats, the center console, and the armrest. When she was smaller, she also propped herself up on the surface just below the window, and her sharp claws made small scratches. Now that she's bigger, she doesn't do that anymore, but now she drools on the wooden dash while also making wet nose smears on the windows and even the center console screen. Basically, dirt gets everywhere. So what have I done to protect the car? Well, there's only so much you can do, but what I have done has not only gone a long way in the short term, but will also help for the long haul down the line. Now, first and foremost, seat covers. No matter how hard you try, unless you spend a fortune on custom seat covers, you just have to accept the fact that they won't look great. Now, once you get over that, you can focus on making sure they fit. Now, I found a great cover for the back seat that not only fits but has openings for the seat belts and even zips in the center for the armrest. A great feature, especially for road trips. So far, I haven't been happy with the first front seat cover I purchased because it seems to be a little on the small side and tends to work its way up, eventually exposing the seat. I ordered a different one and it fits a lot better. Now, if you never plan on leaving your dog in the car unattended, then you will most likely not need a driver's seat cover. But since I use dog mode a lot, I plan on ordering another seat cover for the driver's side. As for the front seat armrest, I found this great product on Amazon that not only fits like a glove, but in my opinion, looks pretty good. And if I didn't know there was a cover on the armrest, I honestly wouldn't notice the difference. I leave it on all the time and it always cleans up nicely. As for the center console, I put a wrap on it long before we got Nessie. And if it gets scratched up, and it has, I can always put a new one on when it gets really bad. Now, if you have a small dog, then you don't need to worry about the wood dash trim. And even though Nessie isn't a big drooler, she's still a dog and drools, especially when she's hot. I also wrapped the wooden dash trim piece long before we got her, but once again, don't need to worry about it because it protects it and can easily be replaced. If your dog is small and needs to prop themselves up to look out the windows, they will scratch the surface under the windows. I haven't been able to find any kind of wrap for that area, so unless you figure out a way to keep them down, you may want to have that area wrapped with clear PPF to protect it. Otherwise, over time, it will have a lot of scratch marks. As for the all-weather floor mats, those are more for the humans than dogs, but be sure to check out my review on the Tesla Shield floor mats that I currently have, while also comparing them to my first set of floor mats that I had before that. And when it comes to cleaning the car, bottom line, it needs to be done more often. But for those quick cleanups like nose and drool smears on the windows and even the screen, I have a small spray bottle and cleaning towel in the center console. I also use that for a quick wipe down of the armrest. That way it can be done quickly while either leaving or entering the car. Now for the bigger cleaning jobs, the seat covers make it a lot easier because when you take them off for cleaning, the seats are usually spotless and usually don't need to be vacuumed or even wiped down. Now if you keep up with the daily quick wipe downs, then the overall cleaning process isn't much more extensive than usual. Now I love my Tesla, but I love my Nessie even more. She's a big bright spot in our family's lives, and we wouldn't trade that for anything. So in order to protect my precious Model 3 from the abuse it gets from Nessie on a daily basis, I needed to take the necessary precautions with specific dog-proofing procedures. Is the car's interior as beautiful as it originally looks? Well, yes, at least once you remove the dog seat covers, but a sacrifice I'm willing to make for the sake of the car and Nessie. What are you doing to dog-proof your car? I'd love to read about it in the comments section below. Well, that's going to do it for now. Until next time, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and stay positively charged.